Welcome back, Sideliners. You're here for part two of the halftime of hitting Hardcourt. And if I sound tired, it's not fatigue. It's actually me relaxing for a change. Nice sunny day out here in Santa Cruz, California. Let's talk a little bit about, since it's Tuesday, I always like this part of the segment because it talks about everything that I used to love and I no longer have any love for, which is money. Yes, this is our Ballin' on a Budget segment. Really small segment for those of you that don't know, where we come on and talk about any dealings that happen that have to deal with basketball. So it could be a shoe deal. It could be a basketball trying to sign a record label. Trying to buy a house, anything monetary that has to do with the NBA, especially trades. And in particular, today we're talking about the Ball family. No pun intended for balling on a budget. We are talking about the Ball family. So for anyone that lives under a rock, the Ball family, which is its father and three brothers, and the eldest son plays for UCLA. Really, really great player, and the other sons, of course, have been shown on various highlight videos where we had one of the middle son, the middle Ball brother, scored 92 points in a game. 98% of the time he was cherry picking. And the eldest Ball has helped get his team into the tournament. Very strong team overall. But we're not talking about their play. Right now, dad, LeVar Ball, wants $1 billion shoe deal from his family. $1 billion. This is the same person that said, my son is better than Steph Curry. If you put Steph Curry on the Warriors, put Steph Curry on UCLA and LeVar on the Warriors, what do you got? Now, of course, this is also it's also possible that LeVar has been caught in situations where he's just talking to someone had a tape recorder, and then they took his quotes out of context. We haven't heard really a defense of any of these statements, but this one in particular got my attention for two reasons. A, money has been the key for a lot of players that have either jumped straight from high school into the NBA or have only focused on the NBA when going through for a single year through college. And if this doesn't say to anyone, hey, maybe we got something here, maybe there might be a reason that we should give this shoe deal, this money, I don't know what will, because there's a saying, closed mouths don't get fed. Well, you have one of the most active voices amongst the top 10 NBA draft candidates coming into this 2016-2017 draft that's basically already making a niche as far as the entertainment value and the possible investment factor for this family. And so if you don't say anything, and I know that for most of you are thinking, oh, well, Lonzo Ball's play at UCLA really should be responsible for speaking for him garnering this deal. I think that you're looking past what originally needs to happen. People need to pay attention to you as a player general. There are going to be tons of guys that are going to go through this draft. Your favorite NBA team is going to draft this guy. You're going to be like, do I really know anything about this guy? Have I really watched him through school? Because outside of what gets played on your favorite sports channel, or what's talked about on your favorite sports podcast, or unless you've been following your favorite alumni and your favorite player you know is going to get drafted, gets drafted, you know nothing about half of these guys. What LeVar just did was put his son on the map past getting simply drafted. I think he's got a good thing going here. The second thing is, does anyone remember the Kardashian family? They're still on TV years later. It's 2017. They are still on TV. And the one person that helped get all of them on TV outside of Kim Kardashian and all that other nonsense was the mom, Kris Jenner. So if you're looking for someone to try to turn some little nugget into a gold mine, it would be LeVar Ball. He's essentially the Kris Jenner for his family. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it right there. It's possible. Does he deserve a shoe deal at this particular moment? Does his family deserve a shoe deal? Yes. $1 billion? I don't think so, because the only player so far to sign anywhere near that high of a contract actually did sign that contract for a lifetime deal. It was LeBron James. And last I checked, no Ball son has played in the NBA right now yet. And I don't believe that NBA rings either, let alone any NCAA championships. Maybe they'll get $1 million. But that's for you to decide. Do you think that LeVar Ball, speaking on behalf of his family, on behalf of his sons, trying to garner a deal, almost getting to a verbal wage war publicly to say, come pay us, do you think that was a smart thing to do? Check us out at any time. You can check us out at the Hitting the Hardcourt podcast. You know, we're on every Thursday around the same time, 2 to 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thanks for tuning in. If you have, and if you haven't, just catch us on our my YouTube channel. And you can also find us online on Twitter. You can find me at 4F Apollo. That's APOLLO. Always checking in on Twitter just to see what craziness is going on out in the world. And maybe, just maybe, I'll say something crazy enough to get myself $1 billion shoe deal. We'll be signing off now, and we'll see you. Hopefully brackets will survive, and if they haven't, well, don't say that I didn't warn you. Take care, folks.